Engine's into it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know how it started that low. But it's there.
It's gonna run, sir. Holy shit. All right. Got engine fire? You have a fast-moving fire front that's coming your way, so just be heads up.
California sure does have a homeless problem. Driving around town, there's homeless encampments all over the place. They're on the sides of the roads and dirt lots. There's long stretches of them on sidewalks. Some are in tents, some are in RVs, some are actual encampments with makeshift structures where hundreds of people gather in communities. It's estimated there's about 500. Nearly doubled in the last 2 years alone. A lot of that has to do with the high cost of living in the Bay Area. Apartments that were once $1,000 a month now cost closer to $3,000 a month. A lot of homeless are addicts, but there's no real one reason homelessness is so high in Oakland. If you ask 10 homeless people why they live on the streets, you're going to get 10 different answers. Look at this one in West Oakland. This one is sort of sanctioned by the city, meaning they don't run them off. Sometimes it's easier to keep them in one place so they can monitor them and provide support. But this problem is impacting the community in a big way. Local businesses complain about losing customers. I mean, would you want to park near here to shop? Residents complain about homeless people stealing from them. Neighbors complain about loud noise and trash. Some say helping the homeless is backfiring. And the Oakland police are already stretched thin because of low numbers. There's many reasons for that. Vaccine mandates, early retirements, and being defunded. Now, I spent 2 days driving around Oakland looking at how run down this once proud city's become. Along the way, I recorded all the homeless camps I saw. But there was one particular homeless camp that I stumbled onto which put into perspective the state of homelessness here in Oakland and actually changed my perspective on the homeless problem in general. As I was driving around on the west side of town, I came across a huge makeshift camp made up of RVs and improvised shelters. Something that looked like what you would see in a third world country. It was under a freeway overpass across the street from a public park, in an abandoned area of former warehouses that people had used to dump their crap for years. As I learned, the RVs parked here were actually the working poor, people who had decent jobs but still couldn't afford a place to live in Oakland. Some were even doctors who were new to the city and had to save up enough money to afford a down payment on their first apartments. But many of the people outside of the homeless RV park were people who had been here for a long time. Some were trying to save money to change their situation. Despite the way it looks from the street, this camp is well organized. There's even leaders here who enforce rules, and there's even camp security. It's a camp with community, pride, and progress. And as I learned, a lot of the people in this camp are actually trying to make this temporary homeless camp their permanent home. Their goal is to get Caltrans to donate the land to a nonprofit they had set up so they can raise money to build a permanent village of tiny homes. They didn't even live. So they were squatting here until they could get agencies to help them with their goals. As they would explain to me, they'd be getting a job and a house at the same time, since their jobs would be building their new homes. And then after their village was built, their jobs would be managing their village. They're serious about it. This man goes by...
Come here, baby. Come here, baby.